Dr. Elena Pierce stood in front of the massive, reinforced window of her laboratory, gazing out at the alien landscape of Kepler 452b. The sky glowed with a lavender hue, a stark contrast to Earth's familiar blue. Twin suns cast elongated shadows across the metallic expanse of the Interstellar Research Colony, a sprawling complex of silver and glass structures interconnected by transparent walkways. It was a marvel of human ingenuity, a testament to mankind's insatiable curiosity and relentless pursuit of knowledge. Elena's reflection in the window revealed a woman in her mid-30s, with sharp, intelligent eyes and a cascade of dark hair pulled into a practical bun. Her lab coat, adorned with various pins and patches, bore testament to her many accomplishments and affiliations. A quantum physicist of unparalleled skill, Elena had dedicated her life to understanding the mysteries of the universe. Here, on this distant world, she was at the forefront of a new era of discovery. Turning away from the window, Elena walked back to her workstation, a sleek console bristling with holographic displays and touch-sensitive panels. The air hummed with the soft whir of advanced machinery and the occasional chirp of a successful data transfer. Her latest project, refining the parameters of quantum travel, was both exhilarating and daunting. The technology had the potential to revolutionize space exploration, but it also carried risks that kept her awake at night. Dr. Pierce, the latest data from the quantum field stabilizers is ready for your review, a soft, synthetic voice announced. It was AURA, the colony's artificial intelligence, and Elena's ever-present assistant. "Thank you, Aura," Elena replied, swiping her hand through the air to bring the data into focus. Streams of information flowed before her eyes, and she quickly lost herself in the intricate dance of numbers and equations. Her concentration was interrupted by the arrival of Dr. Orion Voss, whose presence was announced by the sound of the lab's sliding doors. Tall and imposing, with a mane of silver hair and a gaze that could pierce through steel, Adrian was both a colleague and a rival. His genius was undisputed, but his methods often skirted the boundaries of ethical science. "Elena," Adrian greeted, his voice smooth but with an edge that hinted at his impatience. "I hear you're making significant progress with the stabilizers." "Yes, the data looks promising," Elena replied without looking up, her tone neutral. She had learned to tread carefully around Adrian. Good, he murmured, stepping closer to peer at her displays. "We must always push the boundaries. Don't you think? Challenge the limits of what's possible." Elena finally met his gaze, her eyes narrowing slightly. "Pushing boundaries is one thing, Adrian. Ignoring the potential consequences is another." Adrian smiled, a thin, enigmatic curve of his lips. But without risk, there can be no reward. Imagine what we could achieve if we weren't so afraid." Before Elena could respond, the lab's main door hissed open again, admitting a group of junior researchers. The moment passed, but the tension lingered, an unspoken challenge hanging in the air. The rest of the day passed in a blur of calculations and calibrations. Elena worked tirelessly, her mind constantly returning to Adrian's words. His approach to quantum research was reckless, but there was no denying his brilliance. She knew she had to keep a close eye on him. As the artificial twilight began to dim the lights within the colony, signaling the end of another day, Elena decided to take a break. She made her way to the colony's central hub, a vast atrium filled with lush, oxygen-producing plants and gentle streams of recycled water. It was a place designed to remind the inhabitants of the natural beauty they had left behind on Earth. Elena found solace in the familiar routine, but her mind was still restless. She wondered about the future of their research, the ethical lines they might have to cross, and the impact their discoveries could have on humanity. Lost in thought, she almost didn't notice when her wrist communicator buzzed. "Dr. Pierce," AURA's voice echoed through the small device. "There's an anomaly in the quantum data stream. It appears to be unauthorized activity." Elena's heart skipped a beat. "Send the data to my personal console. I'll be there shortly." As she hurried back to her lab, a sense of foreboding settled over her. She knew Adrian was behind this anomaly. She had to find out what he was up to before it was too late. The Interstellar Research Colony, with all its promise and potential, was perched on the edge of discovery and disaster. And Dr. Elena Pierce, with her unwavering dedication to ethical science, was the only one who could steer them toward the former and away from the latter.